Guys, has everyone heard about the awesome Mars One project? It's scheduled for 2020. Too bad it doesn't have the basic life support system and resource extraction technology. These are the two pillars on which the mission is based. Without these items, Mars One loses its meaning and turns into the most ambitious project for mass, global survival in an alien environment. Well, while ambitious plans remain unrealized, we invite you to spend a virtual weekend on Mars. According to scientists, it's a planet of past life. But what would an Earth traveler see on its surface? What sights are interesting to see on a Martian tour? Mars is 10 times lighter and 3 times smaller than Earth. It circles the Sun in 687 Earth days. Respectively, the Martian year is much longer than ours. The day on Mars is almost identical to Earth's and is just under 24 hours. This is not the only similarity. For example, there are also ice caps at the poles of the red planet, consisting of water and dry ice, carbon dioxide. The Martian atmosphere is about 100 times less dense than the Earth's, contains 95% carbon dioxide and only 0.4% oxygen, so without special equipment, Space Voyager cannot be on Mars. Otherwise, the internal pressure would simply tear a person to pieces. After a tourist sets foot on the planet's surface for the first time, the dull, rocky landscape, remotely reminiscent of the driest desert on Earth, the South American Atacama, is unlikely to please him. But would a man be so bored on Mars? This is an absolute misconception. First of all, it is worth looking at the largest volcano in the solar system, Olympus. Its size is truly titanic. 27 kilometers. These are 3 Jomolungmas placed on top of each other. The traveler will be able to enjoy the view of lava flows frozen around the volcano, testifying to the once powerful endogenous activity. What else is worth seeing on Mars? Mariner's Valley, of course, as well as dead lakes and rivers of gigantic proportions. Modern data, obtained with the help of numerous probes, proved that about 4 billion years ago, Mars was full of life. In any case, it was buzzing with giant forests and full-flowing rivers. The presence of the latter is evidenced by their long-dead withered beds. The size of these waterways was unimaginable. A river 200-kilometer wide and several thousand kilometers long was much larger than the mighty Amazon, the fullest river on Earth. Who among Earthlings does not know about the existence of Death Canyon in the United States? Well, on Mars, there is a 4.5 thousand kilometer long rift that leaves our natural wonder far behind. The Martian monster is named Mariner Valley, and its origin is not yet quite unraveled. The depth of the canyon, about 7 kilometers respectively. The pressure in the fault is twice as high as on the surface, and the width reaches 100 kilometers. If a space tourist wants to capture himself on the background of any of the Martian sites, we can say with certainty, such selfies have not yet been any inhabitant of Earth. If you think that the Titanic Hurricane Katrina of the 5th category is a worthwhile event, then you just need to buy a tour to Mars. Only on the red planet will an Earthling understand and feel the full power of the real whirlwind. When the dust of a bloody hue simultaneously rises and flies at a speed of 70 kilometers per hour, turning into a typhoon, taking planetary proportions, it is very difficult to feel alive. Flying to Bali or New Year's Rovaniemi, you are always interested in the Hydromet Center reports. So, the average annual temperature of the red planet is about minus 60 degrees Celsius. The amplitude between day and night indicators, 50 degrees Celsius, so instant and extensive strokes on Mars. Expect everyone who has problems with blood vessels. If there is a desire to warm up, you can visit the equator. There, the temperature rises above zero. The harsh Martian summer shows indicators of -18 degrees Celsius in the hot afternoon. That's why a warm spacesuit on Mars is vital. Do you like to look up at the night sky? Or maybe you're fascinated by lunar landscapes? Then go to Mars. There are 2 moons named after the sons of the legendary and very aggressive god of war, and one of them appears in the Martian sky 3 times a day. Meet Phobos, fear, a titanic potato 26 kilometers long and 18 kilometers wide. Deimos, terror, is even smaller, 16 by 10 kilometers. The latter rotates quite far from the planet, and a tourist can admire it only once a day. But if suddenly you get into the Mars One project and spend a vacation on Mars, then discreetly make selfies against the background of the monstrous volcano Olympus, taste the bloody dust storm, live so that you envy, not sympathize. Stay with us. Don't forget to subscribe, take part in discussions, evaluate the channel's work with likes. Together, we are invincible.